What's Gucci? It's your boy Young Devin Dude back at it again with another classic video game review, and once again we're going back to my childhood. Now the year is 2003, I'm 5 years old, and we're in the 6th generation of gaming, which included the Xbox, the PS2, and the GameCube. Now with a gamer in the household, we always had the consoles, but being so young, they weren't mine to play whenever I wanted. In fact, around this time I seldom play any video games with the exception of some Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance. I remember a relative coming over with their PS2 to show off their brand new LCD screen which sat on the top of their PS2. The two games they used to show off their new toy was WWF SmackDown Just Bring It and Dragon Ball Z Budokai. Now I was a massive wrestling fan, so I was aware of the SmackDown game, but had never heard of Dragon Ball Z. After watching them play through the Freezer saga on what had to be like a 6-inch screen, I was impressed with what I saw and wanted to see more. This experience was a major influence on what would cause me to be a Dragon Ball fan moving forward. Now let's talk about what made this game so special. Dragon Ball Z Budokai was released in North America for the PS2 on December 3rd, 2002, and almost a full year later for the GameCube on October 28, 2003. One thing that's important to note about this game is the fact that it was the first Dragon Ball game to make its way to the States while the show was on the air here. I have a story about this game, Dragon Ball GT Final Bout, but that's for another time. So in this review, I wanted to split the video up by explaining what this game does really well and then where it lacks the most. Now what has made me revisit this game multiple times over the last 18 years is presentation. Even if you're not into Dragon Ball like I wasn't when first playing, there's something here to reel you in. Just starting from the characterized start menu, this game has a lot of charm. There are 5 game modes you can choose from, including the story mode, which covers the beginning of Dragon Ball Z all the way to the Cell Saga. There's Duel, where you can play random battles against the computer or a second player. World Tournament, which is self-explanatory, but you can use your earnings to purchase skills to equip to the characters you unlock in story mode. I've always liked the added touch of the ring announcer calling the matches before and after. He's also seen in the second and third Budokai games. There's also Practice, and then Legend of Hercule, which is an arcade-style gauntlet where you face off against the game's roster while playing as Hercule. So there's plenty of options for a basic fighting game. Now let's take a deeper look at the story mode for this game, which is easily the most important reason why you should check this game out. So do so either for yourself or just check the cutscenes out on YouTube. Like I said earlier, this game starts from the beginning of Dragon Ball Z and ends with the defeat of Cell. As opposed to put together cutscenes using sound bites or even using actual clips from the show, Dragon Ball Budokai features great looking cutscenes using the in-game graphics and narration from Kyle Hebert, which makes it feel like you're playing through the show. The various arcs are separated by chapters, and at the beginning of each one we get a recap just like on TV. This is easily my favorite part of the game, and I've always wondered why developers haven't taken this approach more with Dragon Ball games, considering how well it's worked for this game and its spiritual next-gen successor, Verse Limit. I remember when Dragon Ball Z Sagas was announced, and one of the few features announced or promoted for the game was the fact that it included some brand new animations, and it did in the form of a dope intro cutscene, but that was it. My point is, Dragon Ball fans are going to consume Dragon Ball content regardless, so why not have fun and reinterpret these classic cutscenes with new visuals? Now I talked a little bit about where the game shines, now let's talk about where it lacks. Before I go in, I want to acknowledge the fact that this game is the first in the series. We get 2 other Budokai games for this gen and some quasi-sequels which show vast improvement from this one. That said, the gameplay in this game is very basic. I've never been a huge fan of fighting games. I'm not bad at them, but I'm also not registering for EDO. This game feels like your toddler's first fighting game. You've got punch and kick buttons, a guard button, and a key button. You use the 3 to perform regular combos, but they are also needed to perform your special skills. Skills fall into 3 categories. You've got your special and physical, which both consume ki. Special skills can either be ki blast like the Kamehameha or transformations like the Kaioken. Physical attacks are self-explanatory. They're just combos that are slightly better than the ones you can perform on your own, so they look worse. And then the third type of skill are equipment skills. So these are equipment that are available to everyone or an exclusive race, humans, Saiyans, androids, whatever. But you can equip them and use them to boost your stats or even provide additional health. Since I've played this series before I could properly read, I never really paid attention to these, but they can be useful. I have to bring this up since it bothered me when I was younger. Why in the bluest of blue hells is Kamehameha yellow instead of blue? That detail always irked me, even more so when they dropped the HD collection and they didn't fix it. I know I'm nitpicking, but come on. Cell's Kamehameha is blue. Why isn't Gohan's or Goku's? If this game were a movie, I would be giving this a totally different review right now. But it's not. It's a game, and the gameplay aspect didn't do it for me. The combo system in the game is too simplistic, and while I enjoy the visuals for cutscenes, the same effort doesn't appear to be present when it comes to attack animations. That said, I have to give this game a 6 out of 10. If I were factoring in nostalgia and personal memories, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10, but you can't totally overlook the gameplay in this game. And going back to play this game on my stream, I realized just how much my childhood had protected my mind and, with how basic this game was. But what did you think of the game? Any memories? And what was your favorite Budokai game? What Dragon Ball game should I review next? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like this, follow me on all my socials, and I'm gone. Peace.